Some would call it swag, some call it cockiness, some would call it being a diva. But when you're good, it's not bragging. An elite wide receivers and the confidence they exude often permeates an entire team, and we're going to see a couple of examples of that in this one. Hello, everyone, and welcome to the home of the USC Trojans, the storied Los Angeles Coliseum. As we'll see the number 24 team in the country, the Washington Huskies, taking on last year's national champion, the USC Trojans. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. He's going to take a shot right away. And it was worth going for a chunk play, but the long pass is incomplete. The margin for error is so small in this conference, it's really imperative to get off to a good start in Big Ten play.
Especially, Reese, since you're adding so much talent now to this conference. But yet, year in and year out, you know the mainstays in this conference, but there's always some surprises, and I'll be interested to see how everybody starts off this season. Listen, this is your first opportunity, Palmer, in conference play, in a major conference, obviously in the Big Ten, to make your first statement.
And it's going to be taxing all season long for these players. Physically, obviously, you expect that in the Big Ten Conference, but now adding all those West Coast teams, these guys are going to be flying back and forth across the country a lot this year. They have to get off to a fast start today. That's what makes this game so critical.
Shotgun snap on third down. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a fourth down. The Huskies will be forced to boot it away. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. And they'll get him down after the return at the 27-yard line. So USC's offense will go to work for the first time today. And what a performance this guy turned in last week. Spectacular in every aspect of the game, Jesse.
Well, I know one thing for sure. The quarterback is going to be looking his way early in this one. And when you have a game like he did last time, your quarterback, you all of a sudden move up in priority in the pecking order for the guy throwing the football. So it's not going to surprise me early here if the quarterback looks his way, regardless of what the coverage is, based on what he showed last time out.
Yeah, and they were on the same page. It was fun to watch. I mean, you could tell that he knew exactly where his guy was, putting up the multiple touchdowns. Like, it was a thing of beauty. Now, defensively, I also know that, and I know he's looking that way. So look forward to seeing the chess match with the defense and maybe ways they can take him away.
Bring in the heat. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. Love seeing these early season top 25 matchups. You can get a really good feel of how good these teams are, guys.
And the intensity is going to be big too, David, because the players, you know, on these teams, they've been thinking about this game for a long time. They knew they'd have a national stage, and they got a chance to prove just how good they are.
Oh, man, make that statement. Make that early statement. We always look at the end of the season, and what does the committee say? Oh, they beat top 25 so-and-so. Here's your chance to put that on your resume that'll pay off big time and late in the season.
On fourth down, looking to pass. Makes a catch. First down and maybe a lot more. Into enemy territory and out of bounds at the 48. And the Trojans will snap it on 1st and 10. They'll move the wide receiver. Wants to go up top on 1st down. And the catch along the sideline will come up a little short of the 1st down.
How nice is it in this offense to have your best receiver playing in the slot? You're matching him up against linebackers, against safeties, or nickel corners. Nickel corners are oftentimes the defense's 3rd best cornerback. This guy is virtually uncoverable.
Looking for a chunk play on second and short. Zings it complete to the right. Inside the 20-yard line. Pushed out at the 18, and they're in business.
And that's why if you're the offensive coordinator, you've got to find as many ways as possible to get this guy going. Just get him the ball close to the line of scrimmage. Doesn't need to be a throw deep down the field. He's so dynamic when he has the ball in his hands. You saw it right there.
Fires to the right. Looking for the goal line. He's run out of bounds after the big gain, and they are in business. First and goal. The Trojans had tough field position to start this drive, but they've been relentless in moving the ball methodically down the field. Hauls it in, and he motors into the end zone. To the air on first down. Working that left side now. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few.
I like the slot receiver because he gives his quarterback a good option working the middle of the field. He's a nice weapon in this offense.
Got the completion on the last play. Still some work to do on second down. He's got it on the right. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line.
And there you see the bind that the RPO play could put a defender in. That linebacker had to make a decision. Was the running back going to get the ball? He thought so, so he bit up, and that allowed the slant to be thrown in behind.
They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. The Huskies can really attack on this second and short. Just keep slinging it. It's caught. Oh, he's got some space. And the defense jumps on it, and they get that turnover.
Great job by the defense in the back end that time. He made the catch, and he had a little wiggle room to run afterwards, but they were able to get to him, rip the football out, and that is a massive takeaway for the defense.
Fires to the wideout. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
Yeah, and listen, that dude is a dude. I get it. I mean, he's an absolute stud, and I want to find ways to get him the football, but maybe not force feed him in that situation when he's got two guys on him.
The RPO fired complete to the left. And he gets a big chunk of yardage to the 34-yard line.
Get the big-time receiver involved early in the game. That's a huge key for this offense, no matter who they're playing against. But you can see, with his size, with his ability after the catch, this guy is a weapon, and he's putting this defense on alert early.
Wants to throw on first down. It's complete. He's finally shoved out of bounds at the 23-yard line, and a big pickup on that one.
This receiver is such a weapon, and he has so much speed, and he can generate explosive plays for your offense, not just running go routes and post routes, but how about throwing him the drag, letting him catch it, and use his speed to turn it upfield.
Looking to throw on first down. Oh, and he got drilled as he just got rid of the football.
Well, if this offense is going to win this game, and down the road, if they're going to reach the college football playoff and hope to win a national championship, they have got to keep this quarterback clean. They couldn't do it on that last play.
The give to the back. They'll give him a couple. That leaves him with 3rd and 8. Trying to pick up a first down.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They'll get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this run.
Breaks into the open. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Southern. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Trying to burn this defensive back. Makes a grab for a big play. Off and running. Past the 10. Touchdown, Washington. He found some... And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. The early scripts have worked trying to add to this 14-7 lead. Got it in the middle, it's Perkins. And they pick up just a few on that completion. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Back to pass on second down. Finds the tight end. A pickup of 5, marks it at the 36-yard line. While we're only through one, these quarterbacks have been lighting up their stat line. They are lined up and ready to go and get things started here in the second. So after the break, they'll go back to work. Quarterback may change this route. Looking downfield on first down. Got out of trouble and throws. Makes the grab. There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a first down.
At the pace this guy's going at right now, this could be a record-setting type day. This could be a game for the ages for this dude. He already has 2 touchdowns, picks up that first down. This is still the first half, guys. What is this guy?
Grabs it inside the 15. And he takes it all the way down to the 10-yard line. An explosive play for this offense.
Hey, the defense knew coming into this one this guy was going to be a factor, but they have done nothing to stop him. They don't have any answers. This guy already has over 100 yards receiving, and we're not even done the half.
Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Nice job there to limit the running room, and they get him out of bounds after a short gain. Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big third down in the red zone. From the gun, wants to pass. Snags it. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down. Just not able to shake enough defenders and comes up a little bit short.
And I think a lot of times on third down, Reese, you bet on your guy. When you're an offensive guy, you say, okay, he's going to break a tackle. He's going to get north and south and somehow get the first down. Nice tackling by the defense, understanding where they had to get to and forcing the fourth down.
Perhaps emboldened by converting a fourth down earlier in the game, they'll try a second time. Little touch pass to the receiver. Excellent coverage by this defense. They were locked on them like glue, and that's not even close to a touchdown, and the defense makes the stand. The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. Snags a quick pass on the left. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver. And you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Has plenty for the first down, and they stop him at the 28. Productive pass offense for the Huskies, and they've had a long line of quarterbacks who've gone on to the pros.
Yeah, a lot of guys that you can think of. Warren Moon obviously was so dynamic, so good, but guys that were surgical.
Makes the grab on the big throw. Just gashing this defense. A big gainer to the 40-yard line. Washington right back to the line.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22. Washington coming to the line with another first down. Looking to throw on first down. can't hold on. He had him right down the middle, and he flat dropped it. I know you want to go to this guy because he's made so many plays for you, but when he's doubled, surely somebody else has a much easier play to make.
And it might not be the stud that he is, right? Like, I might not find another guy that's a baller like him, that's a playmaker, but now I got one-on-one matchups elsewhere that I got to go take advantage of. If they're going to double cover him, I'm going to take advantage of matchups somewhere else.
And after that pitch and catch, he's already over 200 yards, and we're in the first half, Jesse.
Man, Reese, he's dialed in right now. He's really doing a nice job seeing the field, reading coverages, and finding his open guy.
Washington comes to the line with a 1st and goal. He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer. Second and goal for the offense. Quarterback on the keeper. Big time play by the defense. He'll lose 4.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this. Assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
It's 3rd and goal and a long way from the end zone. Wants to go up top. They'll throw it to the back on the screen. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. Might be changing the route. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. Got him in the open. Across the 50-yard line on the huge pickup, and he's out of bounds at the 45. Offense threatening at the 45-yard line on 1st and 10.
Who needs a 2-minute offense when you're this explosive? This offense creates the big play, completely flips the field position right away, now in the position to go ahead and score points before the half.
Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. They'll try the run. That'll be a gain of about 7, leaves him with 3rd and 3.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
They'll try to pick up the 1st through the air. It's complete to the left. Out of bounds at the 24-yard line after the huge pickup. Inside the 25, they'll snap it from the 24, 1st down. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Unloads it left. Touchdown, Trojan! And they take it in. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Turning it on! They pick up the 1st down. They'll mark him at the 34. Got to be expeditious here. We got a timeout here late in the 1st half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. From the gun, the ground game. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground. That is a ball. And how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved and I'm on defense because it messes with the snap count. It messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. Washington sends out the punt team. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. And the returner could find no daylight. He goes down. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. They've got time, they've got the lead, and David is sort of like a doctor. First, do no harm.
Do no harm, but also momentum is hard to create and sometimes hard to stop. You have it, so Jesse, don't do anything stupid to create some momentum for the other side.
I think a lot of this comes down to your quarterback and whether or not he's making good decisions in this game. If yes, be aggressive. If not, let's just take the lead into halftime and get ready for the 2nd half.
Snagged out of the air. He'll go out of bounds right at the 30-yard line. A big play has this offense in business. Offense threatening 1st and 10 from the 31. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. To the air on 1st down. Quickly to the tight end. The offense calls a timeout to stop the clock. They wanted to get the ball to the tight end, and they've already done it 5 times, and we're not even to the half.
I'm about to say mission accomplished. Yeah, that's what they want to do. Take advantage of the matchup, right? Zone or man, I like my big fella. I like using the tight end all I can. Great job working him into the offense. He's a playmaker. Find him.
Quick release by the QB. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. On 3rd and short, they'll try to throw for it. Reels it in the end zone. Touchdown, USC!
Well, this offense is clicking. They've been doing it all 1st half. Running the ball, throwing the ball. They add insult to injury with another touchdown here right before teams go into the tunnel. This defense, guys, they have got to find some answers, and they've got to regroup here at halftime.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. They got plenty done through the air in the 1st half, and we'll see if they even need to look for balance as we start the 3rd quarter.
Well, and I think defensively, you understand, like the running game isn't a big part of the plan. I wonder how they adjust and play more coverage.
There he goes. They'll move the chains after he gets it to the 43-yard line.
It's a really nice job out there making the catch. I feel like fans are always expecting one of these Trojan receivers to be in the conversation for being best in the country, right? Because of the success they've had in the past and certainly in more recent years. There's a lot of pressure to play that position now at the Coliseum and at USC, but this guy right here, he has been making his mark on this offense.
Power football with the run. Got the 1st down and more. And he found plenty of running room on that one before the defense was finally able to get him down. And the Trojans will line it up on 1st and 10. He might want another play. Wants to throw on 1st down. Rushes on him. They get to him as he throws.
Well, on offense, no doubt, right? You've had success. You're throwing some tutties. Why not keep throwing it? They're going to keep being aggressive. You're going to have to do a better job, though, keeping this quarterback standing up.
On 2nd down, he'll try to make the connection. Makes the grab at the 10. Touchdown, Trojans! And the route is... They're going to open this drive with a pass. Makes the grab on the left.
I love quarterbacks that are decisive and that put the mustard on the passes. When you need to put the ball on a line in a hurry with some extra hot sauce, you have to do it. Good job by the quarterback understanding zone and hitting that curl.
The RPO, it's complete. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. It'll be a first down from the 49-yard line. Pulls and fires complete. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
Yeah, you throw a little hitch route. Nice job getting the ball out of his hands quickly. Wide receiver, quarterback. Nice job being on the same page. Nice completion, nice catch.
Second down, they'll go to the air. He's got an open man. They finally get to him. And what a play there to pick up the first down.
I know the offense is down by a lot here in the second half. You just need one big play, though, to spark the offense, get the confidence going, and they may have found it right there in that completion. Good throw, good catch. Now we got to keep it going.
Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down.
And we've already seen this QB have success throwing the football down the field. How about the variety to his game? Now you run the option, you make the right read, get it to your pitch man where he can get upfield, get some extra yards. He's in the zone right now.
Well, you can see the frustration on this guy's face. He's one of the best receivers in college football, and they knew coming into this game that he had to get touches, but you can't say enough about how good this defense has been defending him. They've always had an answer, whether it's single coverage, double coverage, man.
They get it up, rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20.
And the QB has had a nice drive, and this offense has been throwing the football over the yard. You want to stop that? Get pressure on him. Nice job getting to the quarterback, affecting him, and even better, getting him on the ground.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third and long, doesn't need to take the check down. And he feels the heat. The give to the back. Oh, he's got some space. Out to the 36-yard line after gaining 10 on that one. Solid run on the last play gives this offense another first down. Picked off. What a play to set him up. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football. Great place to start for this offense. They'll start this drive going to the air. It's incomplete, and that also might be what is called a learning experience and one this freshman got away with.
Yeah, and you could tell he was locked in. And plays are meant to go to certain guys, but sometimes you got to get back, you got to read the defense, and make a different decision if they play the right defense. And right there, that was one of those times.
Misfired on first down, back to the air on second. He got his hands on it, but couldn't hold on to it. What a time that would have been for their first pick of the game.
And that's why these guys played defense. If that were an offensive player or receiver, that would have easily have been a catch. Come on, man. You got to catch that and make that a pick.
And, guys, they really need to make something happen on this third and long. Going for it all. Intercepted deep in his own end.
I tell you what, as a quarterback, you got to have a short memory. You're going to make mistakes. You're going to be asked to do a lot, and he throws his first career interception. If I'm the coach on the sideline, listen, I'm bringing him over. This ain't going to be your last, big fella. Like, you're going to make mistakes. It's okay. Put it behind you. Next play.
Looking to throw on first down. Caught over the middle. It's Perkins. He knew exactly where he wanted to go with that one, and they've got enough for the first down.
You know, you're seeing in college football now with spread offense and tempo and air raid, we're seeing more and more 400-yard days, but I can't remember the last time I've seen one look as impressive as this guy has played today, David. He has been on fire.
And it's so annoying now because all the quick game is so good, and then you take shots when you get matchups, and you see tight ends now that move like wide receivers and running backs that move like receivers. There's so many ways that quarterbacks can hurt you now, and he showed all of it today.
Going to sling it on second down. Under fire. Right on target this time. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
I'll tell you, man, I love quarterbacks that have arm talent, but that can throw it accurately at the same time, and you saw all of it on that in route.
The Trojans come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. 3rd down play from the gun. Got his man on the right. And he'll go out of bounds, and this aerial attack just continues to carve this defense into tiny slices.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Well, they want to come out and try to get the run game established, but up front defensively, they made a play. They gave up nothing on that one.
Got to find some breathing room if you're going to establish yourself on the ground, and there wasn't any that time.
Yeah, Reese, I wonder now if this offense is maybe going to try to get to the perimeter of the field and see if they can use their speed to hurt this defense.
It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They'll get this drive started from their own 45-yard line. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. This freshman makes the stop after a short gain. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. The give to the running back from the shotgun. Runs through the tackle. We've been treated to an aerial show by these two guys so far as you check out their numbers. Just about ready to go in the 4th, and we'll see if any drama can be mustered. Final stands in the game, and we'll start with the first down. Looking downfield on first down. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete.
And the quarterback gets hit again. We already know this defense has gotten home to him multiple times in this game. So here you are. You're trailing in the game. Defense knows you're going to throw it. They're pinning their ears back. You can't feel very confident right now. If you're the play caller, certainly if you're the quarterback, that you're going to have time to throw.
They'll go to work in the air on second down. Just gets rid of it to the running back underneath. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short gain there.
You just get the feeling this defense is going to make it hard on them, right? They've got the lead. It's late. And they're going to try to tackle everybody inbounds. Offense is going to have to really work for this and be smart. You got to attack the sidelines. You got to throw first down. You got to keep this thing moving vertically down the field.
Defense didn't maintain its discipline there, and they get into the neutral zone. It'll cost them 5 yards.
Encroachment defense.
Defense couldn't quite hold its water, and it'll be 5 free yards for the O. From the 36, a third down, and you wonder if they're willing to take 2 plays to get the first. He'll sneak it. Tackled behind the line of scrimmage, and what a big third down stop by this defense.
They just haven't been able to get much going in this game. The defense has definitely had their number, and here they are late. You're asking yourself, why are they still running the football, trailing this much late in the game? But that's basically a microcosm of how this game has gone.
He's not going to make it, and what a big stop for this defense, and they might be able to put this thing away. a shotgun, they go to the ground. You want to make sure to maximize those types of runs, and he gets it out to the 41.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position. You're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
Makes the grab. Nice pickup there. Gets him the first down and sets him up at the 45-yard line.
Well, it's a nice play design there. You're getting the running back involved in the pass game. Quarterback gives it to him early so he can go to work upfield and get the first down.
They'll run it. They want to take their time here.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
He wants to change this route. Wide receiver going in motion. They'll try to get it through the air. Firing to the right, complete. Goes out of bounds, but not before he gets it to the edge of the red zone right at the 20. Third down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
Yeah, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmies and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
Touchdown, Southern Cal! They punctuate the chance with a trip to the end zone.
And with that score, you start to get excited because you can feel the momentum starting off 2-0. I mean, you got to finish this one off, but there's a great chance you're going to. But this season has started just like you wanted it to. Now.
And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. That fourth down gamble didn't pay off on the last drive, and it led to giving up a scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and everybody wants to go for it on fourth down. Everybody wants that, but your defense sometimes has to bail out your decision-making. We decided to go for it. We didn't get it. The defense, Jesse, didn't come up big and prove me right.
Yeah, not complimentary football, no doubt. But look, this offense has been in these situations before. So you got to come back out here, take the field. It's a fresh set of downs, brand new drive. Let's go out and execute this game.
And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Well, that last play is basically a microcosm of what today has been like for this offense. Just nothing happening. Not physical enough at the point of attack. They're being swarmed. They haven't had the balance necessary to win this game, and that's why they find themselves trailing late.
He made the catch past the marker, also past the sideline. He's out of bounds. It'll be fourth down.
You know, it's one thing to take shots early in a game when the defense may not be expecting it, but at this point, fourth quarter, you're trailing by a lot. They know you're going to do it, and the defense was expecting that one. Great job in the back end.
Makes the grab, got the conversion, and still going. And he was on his way, and they get him down at the 30. How about that one? Fourth and forever, and he just turned one loose and fired it for the first down.
Man, does that sting. Defensively, you get him in the perfect situation. You know they're going to pass the football. You play the ball deep, and you give up a deep pass. That is a back-breaking play.
Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Offense in a bunch formation. Quarterback making checks. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. Going for it all. Catch inside the 30 and still running. And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown.
Point points, points, and more points. This offense has had their way. They just keep their foot on the gas, keep putting up points, keep putting up touchdowns. And you know what? This is one of those stats days. You look back and you're like, that guy had 12 touchdowns in the year. Well, 4 or 5 of them might have been in this game.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. Well, this has pretty much been an evisceration, an old-fashioned stomping, Jesse.
Yeah, and listen, this is one of those games where you're not necessarily throwing the playbook in the trash after this one, but I do think this coaching staff, David, really has to be honest with themselves and rethink what schemes are working and not working and which guys maybe need to get more touches in this offense.
Well, I think I like the trash option as well because it's been hot trash. This has been a bad day. Offense, defense, giving up a ton of points, not scoring near enough. So it's been a bad day you're going to want to forget.
He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is.
Hold.
So that penalty is going to cost them the first down as they back up, and now it's second down. Let's see what they've got on second down. He'll pull it on the read. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
The offense thought they had a good look to run that play into with the QB, but there's just an example of a defender winning his one-on-one battle and making a tremendous play. Great effort by that guy.
On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. Got a man in the middle. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. And the Huskies come to the line with a new set of downs. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
Well, at this point, you're still trying to throw stuff up against the blackboard and see if it sticks. You're down by a lot of points, so why not try it, right? And give the offense credit. You know, you're not just going to run the football. You're not just going to take a knee and go into the locker room with your tail between your legs. I like the fighting spirit, just not enough of that today.
Good pick up there as he gets the first down, and they'll mark him at the 48.
This quarterback obviously did a lot of film prep coming into this one. He has been picking this defense apart. With that last completion, guys, he's now got over 300 yards passing.
Got his man out of the backfield. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
And this offense is going to have to find more explosive plays. And it can't just rely on the dink and dunk. It's going to have to find itself and score more points. And listen, they got beat up today. But moving on in the future, they've got some good pieces. They got to find a way to fit them together, create some explosive plays on this offense, because today they've been lacking. And this defense is more than happy with the offense running the football. They've done a great job today. I mean, they've really made this offense work so hard, earn everything they've gotten, and that's why this lead is ballooned like it has.
They are on the move as they pick up the first down. They'll spot it at the 28. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. Time running out, and he goes down at the 34.
The defense puts the exclamation point on the day. They have had a wonderful day, man. Doing everything great. Just, you could tell they were dialed into what was going on, and now just throw another sack in the equation, hitting the quarterback, being disrupted. They've been all over the field.
Throws to the wideout. Finds a man in the middle. Knocked off his feet.
It's all about coachable moments, and obviously they have not had a ton of success throwing the ball in this game, but as a coach, I think you're just looking for positives, like that play right there, even late in the game, taking your steps, making the right read, an accurate throw, positive plays that you can build upon offensively for the next game.
And I absolutely love what this defense is doing, man. You know exactly what time it is. You've got a big lead. They're going to have to throw the football. So more nickels, more dimes.
Lets it fly deep downfield. And he takes it in the end zone for a touchdown. Coming into this one, we wondered whether these guys were a little bit overrated, and certainly they did nothing to dispel that notion.
They were playing angry today, and I know talking to some of their players, David, coming into this game, they felt like they were being disrespected. A lot of people thought their opponent might get them today, so they took this opportunity to make a statement and make an example out of